I mowed my lawn, I skipped a few places, and not just out of laziness. The repeated rains of the past few weeks raised violets and other mayflowers, so I wanted a few clumps of them to stay around. Mowing less yard less often invites flowers to grow and bees, rabbits, and birds to visit. According to Tammy Colt, she's a wildlife diversity biologist with the Pennsylvania Game Commission. I listened to Colt's webcast to gather ideas on how to attract wildlife to my yard. With more of earth covered by buildings, concrete, and blacktop, nature's creatures have to scout harder to find places to thrive. We can help, even if our space is cramped. A few potted plants on the front steps, a planter in the window might support a pollinator and brighten our day. For a few years now, I've left flowers unmowed in May. First, because my wife loved how they looked. She put wildflowers in her hair for our wedding day. And over the years, the patches of white and purple have spread on a larger part of the yard, which pleases not only us, but the bees and butterflies. Those insects face various threats from pesticides and other changes that humans have made. And now that it's planting time, we can help the monarch butterflies by sowing some milkweed seeds. Monarchs only eat milkweed, so our yards could become a stop on the monarch's migration if we have the milkweed in them. Colt suggests finding different plants of different colors. Hummingbirds, for example, like red blooms, and they're a treat to see if you can get one to hover in your yard. Look too for plants that bloom in different parts of the summer or keep their berries into fall. That way wildlife will have food for a longer period. Sandy Vizentainer, a Penn State master gardener, recommends winter berries, which, as their name implies, keep their fruit into the coldest season. Colt likes sunflowers. Van Gogh planted them to brighten his rooms, and they do the same for our yard. They're easy to grow, and the birds feast on their seeds. Diane Madel, an environmental educator at Penn State at Nescopec State Park, selects plants that are native to the region. They're the plants that the wildlife evolved eating and using for shelter. And we can provide shelter too, as well as water with bird baths and other devices we put in our yards. For me, I've started a brush pile, which to their credit, my neighbors tolerate, thankfully. But creatures are resourceful. When I stopped this morning to take a photo of the flowers that my lawnmower left behind, a chipmunk peeked its head out of a hole behind my porch steps.